My top 10 for Division One men's basketball goes as follows. Obviously, Purdue, Houston, UConn, Kansas, and Arizona are the top 5 for me. 6 would be Texas for me. Baylor 7. Though you can make an argument for lower, but head-to-head matters over UCLA, who is the number 8 for me. Tennessee at number 9. Arkansas 10. Of course, teams outside looking in like Gonzaga with the head-to-head win over Alabama, which I don't consider Alabama a top 10 team. Because of that reason. Miami, Florida gets the nod over Virginia because of head-to-head matters deal. Wisconsin, Indiana, Duke, just to name some teams right there. Though, granted, I listed more, but that's to me the more legit cases to be closer to top 10 to me. Now, the new AP poll, some of that I could smell some bias, as well as they don't value head-to-head matters. I'm going to promise you that. And I'm going to go over that right now on the AP poll. Which obviously the top 6 teams is the same as my top 6. It is. But Tennessee at number 7. Alabama 8. Arkansas 9. Gonzaga 10. UCLA 11. Baylor 12. Virginia 13. Miami, Florida 14. Wisconsin 15, Indiana 16, Duke 17, TCU 18, Kentucky is number 19, Auburn's 20, 21 in Mississippi State, tied at 22, which I hate ties. There needs to be clearly a number 22 and a number 23 team. Those two teams are Xavier and New Mexico. Number 24 is West Virginia, and 25 is North Carolina. Notice Illinois, Virginia Tech, Marquette, Arizona State have dropped out of the top 25. Of course, Charleston is receiving 102 votes. Maryland with 87. Memphis with 74. Illinois with 65. Ohio State with 59. Virginia Tech with 57. Missouri 57. San Diego State 39. Iowa State with 19 votes. Marquette with 12. Texas Tech with 10. Michigan State 7. Providence 6, Kansas State 5, USC 4, and San Francisco with 1 vote. Since there is some head-to-head issues on this, first of all, Alabama should be behind Gonzaga. It's obvious. Head-to-head matters. That was clearly on a neutral court, and Gonzaga won by 10. But I will also say Baylor should be ahead of Gonzaga and UCLA. They beat them at neutral courts. That doesn't make sense. Though I know Miami, Florida should be ahead of Virginia. Though I know Virginia defeated Baylor. I know. But you should be behind the team you just lost to. And obviously they're behind Houston, the other loss. That's just some examples right there. This clearly shows head-to-head doesn't necessarily matter. And in my opinion, it should matter. Especially when a team has the same amount of losses or more. Gonzaga's 1-3 against ranked opponents. 1-3. That only went Alabama. I'm telling the truth. Baylor beat UCLA. So, that does... But really, I would say, to me, from 7 through 12, it's anyone's guess. Let's just be real. Because I don't consider Tennessee necessarily... to me, all those teams are very, very similar. Obviously, that's the thing for me. Now, if there is some top 25 games, I'm going to go over that. Nothing on today. Nothing Tuesday. Number 8, Alabama at number 21, Mississippi State. If Alabama loses this game to Mississippi State, they're going to have to be out of the top 10 for sure. I'm sorry. But they should have been out before this. They should have been out after that Gonzaga loss. If we're being completely fair, I mean, you lost by 10 points. I mean, that's just. I'm telling the truth. I mean, now, is there any games on other top 25 games? That's just one game right there. Number 22 Xavier versus number 2 UConn. Well, I tell you what. If Xavier loses, they're definitely out of top 25. I'm saying that right now. But if UConn loses, they're going to have to be outside of top 5. So that's a kind of important game. And granted, I know it's just 2 top 25 matchups. Though I know there are some games that are like ranked versus unranked, though. Just to name one example, Baylor at Iowa State. Iowa State's receiving votes. And I might do a preview on that game. I might. So, and I already know the stats on Iowa State anyway. I don't have them memorized in my head, but I already did research on them. So, that's just a later down the line deal. I might do that game from the Baylor perspective to that game on the road. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. It's going to be 500 subscribers now. We're on the road to it. Let's go.